Hey everybody, it's Chad, Nobody Else's Auto. We are live on Sunday Night Chat. We'll take a 20 or 30 second pause here, let a few people jump on with us, and then we'll get rolling in tonight's episode. All right, getting a few people on with us. Thanks for coming back by. Appreciate you stopping by and hanging out with us again on Sunday evening. Turning into a lot of fun. Glad you guys are back. If you're on Facebook, let your friends know. Have them jump in with us. Same thing on YouTube. Have your friends jump on, subscribe to the channel, hang out with us. Having a pretty good time doing these. As always, if you've got questions, go ahead and throw them up there. And we'll keep our fingers crossed that the comment sections work on both platforms of YouTube and Facebook tonight. So let's see. Stuff's popping up on Facebook already. Our buddy Glenn from Minnesota's on. Thanks for being here, Glenn. He's a regular. Interested in the new Dodge D100 I just got in. Tim, you're going to have to call me on that. Not sure which truck we're talking about on that one. Anyway, middle of July already. Kind of crazy. Definitely getting warm out. I've been swamped. I don't know what's been going on, but I've been shipping parts like crazy. It's about everything I can do to keep up with shipments. But obviously that stuff's got to keep going out. Don't even hardly have time to pick up cars or organize anything out at the yard. But that's part of it. At least there's things happening. Videos I've been working on. Obviously, we had another one from Pioneer Village that I posted the other night. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Something a little different. Still got lots of cool stuff to come from there. This week, we'll have at least one more new inventory video, and I'll try to get another one from the new yard. Try to keep mixing that stuff up. If you didn't catch the last video from Pioneer Village that I posted the other night, might want to check that one out. Some awesome stuff in there. I mean, cars you haven't even heard of. There was a Stevens car, a Saxon, a Case. Case tractors, Case made cars also. Let's see, Eastern Kentucky. Hey, thanks for being here. 78 Monza hatchback and 55 Ols. I'm not sure what we're wanting there. You'll have to give me a call and give me some details on that stuff. No comments popping up on YouTube, so I hope that we're feeding okay on there. We've got some people on, but no comments as of yet. If it's working. So that last Pioneer Village. Okay, there we go. Chris is on. Thanks, Chris. He let us know that we are up on YouTube rolling too. A Rolls Royce, a Mercedes Benz, some Cords. It was a super cool video. So might want to definitely go back and check that one out in case you didn't catch it. And then, like I said, another one coming yet this week. Washington's on 68 Le Mansas. I do not have any 68 Le Mansas in stock right now. Michigan's on with us. Thanks, Michigan. Hey, Randy, good to see you back. What else is going on? Indy, Meekum this week. Illinois is on YouTube. Thanks for being here. Wisconsin's here. Thanks a lot, guys. I don't know if we're going now or not. Our plan was definitely to go. Talked to Meek, did call Meekum today, checked with some other people. I know a guy that is there. He said the actual auction is business as usual. What concerns me is I found out today when I called them that Indiana came in basically and said Meekum was going to go masks optional. Indiana came in Friday and said everybody wears a mask, no exceptions, which isn't a huge deal. What concerns me is, if we drive 12 hours there, what if they change something else? So that's where my primary concern is. So I've just sent some texts out. We had a pretty decent sized group, about 8 or 10 people going. So taking a vote on that kind of with our group and seeing what everybody's comfortable doing. So was super, super excited about that. But it might not be worth the effort. There was no cars there that anybody in our group was really, really hot after. There was some stuff that some of our buddies wanted to look at, but no cars that anybody was super hot on. So that they had to own. So we may end up just punting on this one. I'm waiting to see on that. So going to be extremely disappointed if it doesn't work, but I would rather do that than drive all the way there and have them change something else. On Facebook, early Bronco stuff. No, nothing there. We're in Great Bend, Kansas, Phil. Glad you're on. Glad you found us. Got Nevada here. So that's still up in the air at this point. We'll see what happens. Did a big live from the yard today. I hope some of you guys were on the live feed we did from the yard. Yeah, Mike, I know you're in Central Kansas. But I'm glad you're back. I'm glad y'all stopped by and hang out with us. Had a great time today out at the yard. I hope some of you guys had a chance to get on the live feed as we walked around. That went about an hour and a half before the heat finally got to one of my phones. It was upper 90s out there today, and an hour and a half of walking around out in the sun. The phone I was using on YouTube finally just couldn't take it anymore, and I lost the screen. And you guys were on YouTube. I don't know if you were getting any of the end or not, but we lost the screen, went out due to heat. So I don't know if that killed it when it did that, or if it kept rolling on your end. But that is what happened if you were on YouTube on the live feed today, is the heat got to one of the phones and shut it down. So, but it went for about an hour and a half, had a lot of people on, had a lot of good participation. So if you saw anything on there you're interested in, just give me a call. Or if you get back on there and flip through some of it, you can always give me a call if you've got any specific questions. So I don't have a ton of stuff planned for tonight. So if you guys have some stuff, go ahead and jump in. Mainly wanted to get everybody updated on what's going on and things like that. Do some trivia. As always, we'll roll into that. Hey, Casey from Kansas City's on. The Willys is gone. Yes, I did sell the 41 Willys pickup. It went to Oklahoma a couple months ago, so that one is gone. I do still have a lot of the glass. The guy didn't want the glass. I've got a really nice glass front end for 41 Willys, if anybody can use that, but the pickup is gone. So, yeah, Carlton, I got to get the Tucker banner out. Carlton's wearing me out on that. I will try to get the Tucker banner out. If we end up not going to Indy, I will definitely try to get that done this week. 79 Trans Am. I do have a lot of second gen Trans Am stuff, but late second gen stuff. So I do have a lot of that stuff. Yard tours. I've still got to get paperwork done on that. Right now, I've been working with my attorney quite a bit, but it's been making sure that we've got all of our ducks in a row on the new yard. Since I do officially own that, there's a lot of things that with adding that facility, even though it is right next to mine, you still got to deal with Kansas Department of Transportation, Kansas Department of Revenue, Kansas Department of Dealer Licensing. So that's been the primary focus, is making sure that all of my ducks are in a row with the state as far as adding that new lot, even though it was originally part of what I own, and it is it always has been a licensed salvage and storage facility. I just need to make sure that I keep all my ducks in a row with the state because I don't need them visiting me and telling me that I'm in violation and wanting to shut me down. So that's been my primary focus on and I've actually spent quite a bit of time on that here over the last 3 or 4 weeks, making sure I've got some things wrapped up there. So I do still want to get paperwork done to do some tours and things like that, but it hasn't been the focus, as well as the fact that Kansas is changing a bunch of their title laws, or I guess not really changing their title laws. They are starting to enforce the procedure for titling these antique vehicles. And it's not a big deal, but there's a couple of steps that have been added to the process. And it's definitely not a big deal for me. I'm a licensed dealer in the state of Kansas. So for me, they don't care. They say, do as many as you want, whatever you want, do whatever you need to do because you're a dealer. The problem is there's a lot of people in Kansas who are not dealers, who have not been playing by these rules. And that's why they're starting to enforce the laws. So I've had a lot of work I've had to do because I bought a bunch of stuff this spring. I've been waiting to get titled that I couldn't get titled when the state was shut down. So then I try to start the process to get these titled and find out they are not necessarily revamping it, but they're enforcing the letter of the law basically on the process for getting titles on antique vehicles. So I can still get it done. It's not a big deal. There's just a couple of extra steps involved for me. But once again, I spent a lot of time on it trying to make sure I've got my ducks in a row because I don't need it to be a problem after the fact. I want to do it once and do it right. So I've wasted a lot of time on that stuff. But like I said, as long as we get it, as long as I get it right and get it figured out, it won't be an issue and it'll make things a lot more simpler. So, hey, Scott. Oh, thanks, John. Thanks, Scott. I appreciate it. Glad you enjoy the videos. I'm glad you're here with us. So, that's what's been going on in my world. A little bit of trivia. Anybody want to do some trivia? I got another one of the Chevrolet badges out. We've done a few of these in the past. One of these old enamel Chevy badges. You know, a few chips in it, things like that. This is 29, 30, 31 era. Kind of a cool piece. But I'll get this sent out to our winner tonight. And this is another question from one of my videos, actually. So if everybody's ready, I'll keep an eye on the comments as we roll through here. And let's go. If you watched the last Pioneer Village video that I posted, there was a lot of really cool cars in there, a lot of really different stuff. A lot of big, really fancy, really cool cars that you really don't see that often, and some of them that a lot of people have probably never even heard of. There was a really super neat car, and it was a huge car in one of those videos from Pioneer Village, and it was called a Meteor. What year was the Meteor in the video from the Pioneer Village? From Pioneer Village. What year was that Meteor? So, and actually, when I got thinking about the Meteor, I was kind of curious because I didn't really know a lot about a Meteor. And I am, hey, Jason, you're here. That's all right. I know you're always here, buddy. Glad you made it. So I just looked it up and kind of learned a lot about it. They weren't in business for an extremely long time. They did technically stay in business up into the 50s, but they were primarily teens, 20s, 30s type era company. Their kind of their claim to fame, believe it or not, they were one of the first companies who actually started producing a custom-built funeral coach, a regular, car-based, gasoline-powered funeral coach, specifically designed to be a hearse. So and basically what the guy that had the company did is he had obviously was building cars, so he went to a custom body builder and had them design an actual hearse body, and then started marketing them directly to funeral homes. And it was kind of neat that it was literally direct marketing, direct to consumer, as we know it today, where he was trying to sell them directly to the funeral homes. And not only did he actually sell them directly to the funeral homes, I've got a few guesses popping up, but nothing yet. But he also offered one of the very first finance packages to funeral homes. So really kind of an interesting story. I didn't have time to dig into it real deep, but interesting car, interesting company. Still got guesses popping up. Nothing that's right yet. But there again, that's what's so cool about going to Pioneer Village is there are all these cars that you've never even really heard of. And then you start looking at them, doing a little research on them, and just seeing what pops up, just like a Saxon. There was a Woods Electric, an air-cooled Franklin. I mean, just really cool, neat stuff. Still got guesses coming in, but nothing yet. 60 Cadillac front fenders. I do have 160 Cadillac in stock. It does still have front fenders on it. If you want to give me a call, I can get those on my list and see how good those are. More guesses coming in. We're getting close, but we're not there yet. But that's why I love doing those videos at Pioneer Village. So much cool stuff, so much different stuff that you just don't see. So still watching, still got guesses coming, but nothing correct yet. So we're getting close. We're kind of starting to bounce around it, but I don't have it yet. So keep hanging in there, guys. I'm still watching the comments to see when we can get it here. What year was the Meteor from the Pioneer Village video that I did? Jason stopped by, or he passed Pioneer Village, didn't have a way to stop. Jason's one of our trucker buddies, and so maybe next time he'll have time to stop and check it out. 79 to 82 Malibus. I do have some 79 or 78 to 82 Malibus in that era, Chris. If you want to give me a call, let me know what you need on that. I do have a few El Caminos, a few wagons, and a few two-doors. So anyway, people are still guessing, but nobody's gotten it yet. So I'm keeping an eye on that. What else is going on? New inventory. I actually did not have time to pick up a lot of cars this week. Oh, there we go. We finally got it. Kevin Farrar on Facebook. It's a 1924 Meteor. Kevin, after we get done here, give me a call and give me your information, and I will get this badge on the way to you. So there we go. Kevin got it on Facebook, and it was a 1924 Meteor. And like I said, that's a cool video if you guys want to go back and check it out. Lots more to come. So much cool stuff there. Hopefully Jason gets a chance to stop there next time he goes rolling by. But obviously when he's got that truck, needs to be rolling for him to be making a living. So anyway, Kevin's our winner on trivia. Thanks for playing, everybody. And I hope you like that stuff. It's just so cool. It's just so much different history that we're not used to seeing a lot of anymore. So on the new inventory, like I said, I was swamped this week. I didn't pick up a lot of stuff, and but I did get a few things. We moved a couple in from Dad's, and I don't know if you caught the live video we did from Galatia out at his lot, but it was kind of different. It was kind of a bittersweet day. We brought the last one in. Now that probably doesn't sound like a heck of a lot to you guys, but you know, I grew up out there. I grew up in that, especially that primary lot of 42 to 56 Buicks. I spent, you know, a lot of hours in there. A lot of my childhood was spent in there. So it was kind of bittersweet to see the last couple cars come off there. There were two left that day. We loaded a 56 Special on Dad's trailer, and then the last one was the 1948 Special. That was one of the very first, if not the very first car that Dad took out there in about 79 or 80. So it's been there for 40 years, and we just got it moved. Short bed square bodies. I assume we're talking the 73 to 87 Chevys, and I've got one short bed well, I've got a few short beds depending on what you need as far as whether you're looking for a project or parts or whatever. So thanks, Kevin. Appreciate you playing. So, you know, if it's of any interest to you, you might go check out that video from Galatia, the last one that came off there. Kind of a cool day, but kind of a sad day, but needed to be done. And it is done finally. The cars are all at my place. I just got a ton of sorting to do. So we brought the 48 Special in. The 56 Special two-door post came in that same day. And then I bought something kind of funky, and I'm going to post pictures of it after we get off tonight. I'll put it on my Facebook page and the Nobody Else's Auto page. I bought a 1982 Volkswagen Vanagon. So you want to talk about funky? It's funky, but it's kind of cool. So it was something different. It's one of those vehicles that a lot of people don't think about, but they were really cool. I mean, for their day, they were a kind of a neat little deal. You know, it was an 82 and it was a miniature van, kind of for Volkswagen, it was the evolution of their buses. But realistically, it was, just before the Chrysler minivan, before the minivan craze hit. So it was kind of the beginning, not necessarily of them blowing up, because Volkswagen had made them for years, but it was just prior to what we saw hit really, really hard in the mid-'80s when the Chrysler minivan came out, when Iacocca put out the Chrysler minivan based on the K-Car platform, and it really blew up and really took off. So, and I know I haven't seen one in a really, really long time. So went ahead and grabbed that, and I'll get some pictures posted of that too, just because it's just so cool and so weird. Pretty much a complete van, but it did have an engine fire, so everything in the engine compartment is toast, as well as the taillights and anything that was plastic back there on the rear panel right in front of the engine. So anyway, that's kind of what I've got for tonight. Must be a lot of stuff going on. We've got a fair crowd on tonight, but not what we typically have. And I saw a little bit of that on the live today. I'm assuming middle of July, there's a lot of people who have a lot of stuff going on. So I do appreciate the fact that you guys did come by tonight and hang out and had a good time. That's kind of about all I've got. We're running a little bit short tonight, and I know that. I just literally this week just got so busy that it was everything I could do to keep up, especially with the plans to leave for Indy this week, which like I said, don't know if that's going to go yet or not, but had a lot of stuff to try to do to be ready for that, which I still had to get done. Now, whether we go or not, I don't know. So 95 Camaros. I've got some Camaros in that era. Interior stuff, though, a lot of times soft trim on that stuff. Those cars have been sitting for quite a while. So soft trim stuff I typically don't have. Just depends on what you need on that. So anyway, that's kind of what I've got. I hope you guys enjoyed the live from the yard today. If you didn't catch it, go ahead and go back and check some of that out. We just kind of randomly walked around, answered some questions, showed some people some things they wanted to see. 69 VW with an automatic. I don't have any bug like that with an automatic. I've never seen one. I don't know much about them, so I can't help you out on that one. And that's pretty much what I've got for the evening. If you guys got any other questions, go ahead and throw them up there. We'll take a second. I'll keep an eye on that. Any other questions we need to address or throw up there. And as always, you guys can always call me after the fact and run anything by me if you got questions or some stuff you need me to check and see if I've got. But 64 Fairlane two-door hardtop, nothing really there. I've got one shell, but that's about it on 64 Fairlanes. So anyway, I guess we'll go ahead and get ready to start wrapping up. I know it's a little bit shorter tonight, but like I said, I didn't have time to do anything very interesting because I just got too busy this week, especially with trying to get ready to go to Indy. So, like I said, we'll see if that works out or not. When there's nothing there that any of our guys are really, really super hot on, and with the risk of them changing things once again. I hate to drive 12 hours and not be able to do anything. Plus, with the mask mandate, my primary goal of going was to shoot a bunch of cool videos to bring to you guys. And obviously, that's going to be difficult to do when you have to wear a mask all day also. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what everybody decides. Like I said, it's not just my decision. There's 8 or 10 of us involved. So we need to see what everybody else is comfortable with before we make that decision. So early 50s international pickups. I have a lot of early 50s internationals, Jeff, both L and R series. So you can always give me a call and let me know what you need on that. Hood or trunk latch for 64 Fairlane. I don't think I've got any of that. I may have a hood latch. I think I had a spare hood laying around. That might be the only possibility. I don't know if I had a trunk latch or not. So you can give me a shout on that after we get done. I'll get you on my list and see if there's anything there that I can help you out with. So, all right, anything else? Throw it up there. I'll keep an eye on them here for a few more seconds. And otherwise, I will let you guys go. I appreciate you stopping by tonight. And like I said, a little smaller crowd tonight, but that's okay. That happens, especially in the middle of summer when everybody's got a lot of stuff going on. So thanks for being here, as always. I really appreciate you guys taking a few minutes out of your evening to hang out with me. These are fun to do. I'm the lucky one that gets to sit here and hang out with all you guys, and it's a great time. We have good conversation. We've got good people, and that's what's fun about it. So thanks for being here, and it means a lot to me that you guys do stop by. If you're on Facebook, please make sure you like my pages, both the Nobody Else's Auto page and the Nobody Show page. Share them with your friends. Invite them to come over and hang out with us. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. Check out my other old car videos. Basically, that's about what all my videos are: old cars, toys, gas pumps, automobilia, gas and oil, because really about all I know anything about. So that's what I like to talk about because that's what I like. The phone numbers are on the pages, 620-786-4428. And that is posted in the title or the description on each video, both on YouTube and Facebook. Let's see, what year is the Dodge pickup in tonight's video? I didn't post any videos tonight. I did the live today, Tim, but there were a lot of Dodges in that video. So best thing to do is give me a call and get me a little more info on there. So Dan says he's going to tell everybody in Defiance, Ohio. I appreciate that, Dan. Like I said, this is what makes it fun. We've got a great group of guys that jump on here and hang out with us. And like I said, I'm just the lucky one that gets to sit here in the seat and talk to you guys. And that's what makes it fun for me. But it's you guys are the ones that make it happen. You guys are the ones that make it fun. And I appreciate it. So I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Bring your friends over. The more the merrier. The more people we have on here, the better conversation we're going to have. If you guys have ideas, of what we want to talk about, by all means, let me know. Something you want to know, if there's anything I know about, different vehicles, lots of cool stuff to talk about, and having fun doing it. So, like I said, tell your friends, have them jump on, join us, check out the videos. Got any questions, give me a call. If you're ever coming through, you can always call me, but you have to schedule an appointment with me if there's something you want to see. I am not open to the public. I try to put that in all my ads. It's on my Facebook video or on my Facebook pages. But, undoubtedly, there's always people that just show up. I just don't have time to be open regularly, and there's not really any reason for me to be open regularly, because most of the people, I ship basically almost everything. Do have stuff picked up, but I essentially ship 90+% of what I sell. So, as always, give me a shout if you're coming through, and we can set something up. Give me a shout if you've got parts or need parts, and we'll see what we can do. And like I said, the phone call is so critical. We've been over that before, so I can get a full understanding of what you're trying to do with your project, so that we're all on the same page. So. Anyway, looks like we're about done. Looks like we're caught up with comments. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow night with a new video on Nobody's Show. We'll line up some cool stuff for Toy Tuesday. Whether I'm here or not, we will definitely keep posting videos. I will get some stuff shot, even if I'm not here. I just need to get with everybody else tonight and see what everybody's decided to do, whether or not we're going to go ahead and go or not, and figure out what our game plan is going to be there. So regardless, I'll keep bringing you some cool stuff. And if you got any questions, give me a call. Thanks for being here, everybody. Really appreciate it. We will see you tomorrow night. And give me a shout if you got any questions. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you soon.